Hey guys, before we get started, this episode is brought to you by Drunken Gentlemen, the drinking club with killer teas, and their newest drop, The Drunkest Place on Earth. And if you're a big Disney fan like I am, this tea is perfect for park hopping with a buzz. First timers get 20% off with the code WELCOME, but my Taproom listeners, you guys get 25% off. Just use the promo code Taproom Podcast at checkout and stay classy and never spill. And now, on to the episode. All right, and we're back. This is episode 121 of the Taproom Podcast, and I'm your host, Mike. Oh man, it's been a freaking week, but we're here. Sunday morning, it's 8:08 a.m., birds are chirping, Morgs is snoring, and a nice little coffee next to me. So this week's episode, I'm super stoked about. It's Francisco Martinez, and AKA Frankie, AKA Pancho. Man, it was a fun episode, man. Got to go out to Paperback in Glendale, and man, just what a good dude. Like, we had just a really fun conversation. I honestly wish I could have stayed longer. I was there for a few hours, but yeah, I wish I could have stayed longer and had a burger with him. I just had so much stuff I had to do that day. But man, yeah, it was just a really, really fun day. And Ponch, man, thank you, bro. Like, thanks for showing me a good time. If you know what I mean. I'm just kidding. No, thanks for showing me a good time. And honestly, Ponch and I have been messaging each other this week. He's like, I'm nervous about hearing it and stuff like that. I was like, nah, he was fantastic. I mean, we talked about his craft beer journey. We talked about love of vinyl and stuff like that. I don't want to give too much away. But he was also the first person that I've had on the show where I introduced a new segment called the 4-pack. Not gonna spoil anything, so you'll learn about it later. And then I know I also asked this to Erica about what she listens to when she's brewing, but I'm rebranding that segment called Taproom Tunes. So yeah, man, it's a really fun episode. I really enjoyed it. So hope you guys like it. And Pancho, again, thank you, man. Really appreciate you. And if you're in the Glendale area, dude, it took me no time. I mean, it was not bad at all to get there from where I am in Bellflower on a Saturday. There wasn't any traffic, so it was nice. But man, if you haven't been there, the brewery, the whole setting, and that'll all be in the reel, which I am debating on. I've been debating this for the last couple of days. I've been thinking maybe I'll go to more of a voiceover, talking about the brewery and stuff like that, or do I continue to just use music? So I don't know, but I guess you'll find out in a couple hours when this is out. Yeah, we'll see. But no, but just the brewery though, honestly, the brew house, immaculate. The actual, there's the tap room, awesome, great people there, man. I met so many nice people. The workers are great, the beer tenders, everybody's really nice. So definitely get down there. So I mentioned last Sunday when I was doing the intro that I was going to go to Green Cheek that day. Lo and behold, so my uncle's like, oh, I want to take you guys to Green Cheek, blah, blah, blah. So we're like, oh, sweet, we're going to go to Green Cheek. I get to my uncle's house around 11. I walk in, and I'm walking in with Morgie, obviously, and I'm walking in, I'm like, hey, everybody. And then I looked to my left, and my mom was there. And I was elated. Like I said, I don't talk about this a ton, but my mom lives in Kansas, so I don't get to see her very often. So she's surprised that she was out here for work, but it was just really nice being able to see her. So yeah, I didn't get to go to Green Cheek last week. Thanks, Mom. I'm just kidding. No, I was so happy and so elated when I saw her. So just super stoked about that. And got to see, hang out with her most of the week. So, I mean, hey man, if you guys got your mamas over here, man, make sure you give them a hug all the time. All right, so it's enough sappy stuff, Mike. The NBA playoffs going on. I thought for sure because they had a game on Thursday with the Pacers and obviously the OKC. I know OKC blew the lead, but I'm like, how do they not have a game on Saturday? Did they just not want to compete with it's gonna be a total joke. How did they not want to compete with WWE and UFC or what? Because usually it's every other day, right? So I didn't really understand that, but I guess they are having a game today, I think, at 5 o'clock on ABC. No, that's wrong. I think was that NBC? I don't remember. But yeah, the Thunder blew the lead. I'm kind of hoping for the Thunder, but honestly, either way, just a small town team winning it, good for them. So that's cool. The NHL playoffs. What a fucking series so far. With Edmonton and Florida. Marchand with the game, the double overtime game winner in game 2. Man, that series, I hope it goes 7. I really hope it goes 7. And that's why, I always say the NHL playoffs are just the best out there. It's, I just can't describe it. Every second matters. Florida's up in that game against Edmonton. And I don't know the exact time. It may have been 27 seconds. They were up a goal. And then, Florida was up. And then Edmonton, puts one in the back of the net, ties the game, send it to overtime. And then you think oh man, Edmonton's got all the momentum. And then nobody scores in the first period, obviously because it goes double overtime. And then, then Marchand buries one in the back of the net. And man, the NHL playoffs is just different. It's just different. And if you're not really a hockey fan, just give it a shot. Especially with this series, it's going to be wild. And I'm not sure when the next game is. I want to say I don't think it's going to be tomorrow. No, yeah. It is tomorrow. Sweet. So it's going to be in Florida, but that, going to game 3. Man, it's awesome. I fucking love the NHL playoffs. All right. See, next week is Beer Fest. You know what? I'm going to talk about that in the outro. But honestly, before I do, if you haven't got your tickets to LA Beer Fest yet and you want to go do it, I know some of them are selling out. I got the VIP one. Definitely, you got to go. It's an amazing festival. I'll talk about it more on the F, but get your fucking tickets. Get your tickets. Okay. Oh, you know what? I did want to mention this because, we, Pancho and I talked about it a little bit. And a friend of mine started a business recently. Oh, in the last year, a flower business. I wanted to mention that, there's do what you love, man. I know there's no other way of me saying this, but just do what you love and find something that you just love and just fucking try, man. Life's too damn short to waste it doing something you hate. I've been blessed with the fact that I love my full-time job and I love doing this. But if you are unhappy, find something to subsidize that happiness, man. Find something that you love to do and just fucking do it. There's no point in sitting there and complaining all day. If you really want to change your life, you can. Just be willing to take the leap. All right. Well, that's my TED Talk. But yeah. All right. Before we jump into the episode, make sure to go to taproom.com.dashery. Wait, I said that wrong, didn't I? Motherfucker. I can't even promote my own merch. Blah, blah, blah. It is, I'll tell you right now. Guys, taproompodcast.dashery.com. I really got to be better at doing this by now, you would think, right? 121 episodes in. But yeah, if you want to buy a shirt, shirts are available. I am working on a little project with my brother right now. It is about the LA craft beer scene. And it's mostly stuff like that. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'm super stoked about it. It should be pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Ohana means family. Still haven't seen Stitch yet. Want to see it. All right, I'm going to shut up now. All right, well, hope you guys enjoy the interview with Francisco Martinez, a.k.a. Frankie, a.k.a. Pancho. All right, enjoy, Tapa. All right, guys, we're back in the tap room, and I'm your host, Mike, and I have a very special guest on the show today. I have Francisco Martinez, aka Pancho.
Yeah.
We're over here at Paperback Brewing. How's it going, man?
I'm going. It's going. I'm going.
Yeah.
You're going. Yeah.
Either way, it's going somewhere.
I'm going somewhere for sure after this beer.
There you go.
Yeah, no, it's going good, man.
That's great, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man. Thanks for coming by.
As soon as I walked in the tap room, I was like, "Fuck, this place is awesome."
Yeah. It's warm today. You chose a good day to come for sure. But it's a really nice spot to come into.
Oh, dude, the decor is really cool. The merch looks really great, and all the can artwork. And we'll get into that too because I'm so curious about the can artwork and all the logo and everything. But we're having a beer. Which one are we having?
This is a Hollywood Forever.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice little West Coast IPA.
Nice. What do you know the ABV?
I think we're at 6.8 on it.
Okay, not bad.
Right now, dude.
Well, yeah, it looks like 6.8.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Remember that.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good stuff.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
That's really, really good. So, man, like, how did this all come about? How'd you get started in craft beer?
With brewing or craft beer in general, about 10 years ago now.
Okay.
I got into it. Yeah.
Wow.
I guess the start of it really is when I moved to San Diego for a couple years.
Oh, okay.
So of course got to see craft beer out there, right? Came back to the Valley. I'm from the Valley originally, 818 baby.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. But yeah, came back and there was a brewery opening up in San Fernando when I came back here.
Okay.
I was working a warehouse job at the time. I was following their Facebook page, just keeping an eye on them, seeing when they were going to open. And I was hanging out with some friends down the street in San Fernando, one of the houses we used to hang out at the time. And a friend of mine posted that he was at the brewery for like a soft opening. I guess they had done a soft opening.
Oh, nice.
About it. So I like freaked out and I got everybody together. I'm like, we got to walk up the street to go check out this brewery.
Yeah.
And went up there and I drank there maybe 2-3 weeks straight.
Nice.
They only had one beer on tap when they opened. It was a nitro stout.
Oh, shit.
Just beautiful. You can't complain about that. Yeah. But just hung out there, just kept hanging out there. And then I still remember the time I hung out there with one of my friends and I looked over at him like, man, how cool would it be if I could get into brewing?
Yeah.
I knew nothing about beer.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing about beer. But yeah, I asked them for a job and they hired me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It was pretty insane, man. It was cool. So worked the tap room there. I was their first employee.
Okay.
And not long afterwards, they ended up hiring a brewmaster. Brent Meadows is his name.
Okay.
I call him Broda. We call him Broda.
I love it.
The beer Yoda.
Nice.
Yeah, taught me everything, man. He was actually one of the original head brewers at Firestone.
Oh, wow.
When Firestone took over Slow.
Dang.
Yeah, so he knows his stuff. But yeah, they hired him, and then I asked if I could apprentice under him.
Mm-hmm.
So I did for a year. Then he's like, all right, you can be my assistant now.
Sweet.
Became assistant, yeah, brewer, semi-head brewerish at San Fernando, and then went to Golden Road and then here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang. Isn't it crazy how like stuff like that just kind of happens?
Yeah, it's nuts, man. And the minute I showed up, I was like, this is it. Like I've had easily maybe about 40, 50 jobs in my life.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. 36 years old, like 40 jobs or so. This is the longest one I've ever had. Yeah. 10 years.
There it is, man.
Yeah. This was it, man. Yeah. Once I got in, I was like, well, this isn't, I mean, I'm sure you know how that feels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like once you kind of find the thing that you want to do and like, you know it, like, cause you'll know it when you find it.
Right.
It's like, once that happens, you're like, this is what I've been wanting to do my entire life.
Right. Yeah. It's crazy, man. I'm still, it's really, even like this, coming in on a Saturday to feel like energetic to come into work and excited to even just to clean a tank just feels amazing. Yeah.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
And that's what life's all about. Like,
right.
If you're unhappy, like, stop doing what you're doing. Find something you do like.
Yeah. I have that conversation with a lot of people. I understand that it's tricky, obviously.
Of course.
It's not like the economy makes it that easy to leave. But yeah, at least search for it. I think that's just what I've always done. It's just, okay, I tried this out. Now let me try something else out because this isn't working for me. This isn't it for me.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you found your calling, bro.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
It's damn good.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
When you were in San Diego, like, is that where the kind of craft beer itch started for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I worked a lot of jobs. I worked a lot of odd-end jobs out there too. There was a time out there that I worked for a third-party like hiring service.
Okay.
So got hired a lot like as a food runner, convention services for like the Hilton and stuff like that.
Okay.
But one of the jobs that I had out there was a food runner for Qualcomm.
Oh, okay.
For Chargers when they were out there. I'm not a football fan.
Okay.
So I was actually kind of hoping when I moved out there, I was like, oh, here's my chance to like football.
Yeah.
And I would stop and watch it and I'm like, not for me.
Yeah.
Not for me.
No, I get it.
But in that time of food running at the stadium, you could order food and beer as if you were attending the game.
Okay.
Right. But by the fourth quarter, we would get cut. So this guy that I used to work with, we used to just throw our uniforms in the bin and walk down. People were still tailgating outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I didn't know was a thing. So we would go around and stone the bombers, arrogant bastard. We'd buy 2 of them for $5.
Dang.
And just walk around the parking lot drinking them. Yeah. But yeah, San Diego was a complete eye-opener for me for a beer.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much great beer down there.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
honestly, I feel like there's great beer everywhere now. Like, I feel like in every city, there's, they have their own brewery.
Yeah. I mean, that's half the fun of traveling, I think, if you're a beer drinker.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to worry about anything else if you can just say, I'm going to check out some craft breweries.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, makes it so easy.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm going to be in Palm Springs in a couple weeks, and I've never been to a brewery out there, but I was like, all right, I'm going to Google it. See, like, some of the best breweries. And I was like, maybe I can even get somebody an interview while I'm out there.
Yeah, why
too.
not, right? Yeah, that'd be cool, man. How funny, right? You're planning a trip to go to a desert.
Yeah.
But still the first thing is, well, where am I going to get some beer at?
Exactly. You grab a couple 4-packs, sit by the pool.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's the way to do it, man.
Oh, yeah, man. We were talking off air about like I've had so many different paperback beers, but I had never been here. Like I was always kind of curious because of obviously the counter works fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like the bunny, like where did that come from with paperback?
So it's 2 owners here, Chris and Brandon.
Okay.
They were originally homebrewers. They
brewed
many years. Yeah, they know their stuff too. They took I know they took classes with White Labs and
wow.
Yeah. So it's really cool working for owners that also understand the brewing process, But yeah, so they both also work in film and industry.
Oh.
And Chris is also an artist. So if you ever come by here to have a beer, there's a good chance he's sitting at the counter and you'll see him doodling.
Okay.
Yeah, you can pick him off pretty easy.
I love it.
Yeah. So he's really good with the art. He'll start the artwork. They actually hired an artist that will generate the labels for them.
Okay.
Just to help. And you see how we turn around the artwork too, right?
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure being an owner, that's, one of the million things that you have to do. It's probably not where you want to put all your time into, right? But yeah, so yeah, they just, the concept of the art, and then it gets pushed over to the artist to do it, and then it gets released.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, but that's really cool. I mean, because I know like the bunny is obviously like the staple, but I was always like just curious where that, like, where the thought of like the bunny being like pretty much like the mascot of the brewery kind of came from.
I have no idea. And for as much as we brew that beer, I don't even know where I'm going to have to ask, actually. I never asked where the concept of the bunny came from.
Yeah.
I just know we do a lot of it.
Yeah, well, dude, every time, like I said, every time I go somewhere and I see it, like I'm always picking up the beer, like any chance I get. So, man, I know I've said it a couple times already, but I really love this space. Like this, like the brewery, like obviously the brew house is immaculate, but like the entire brewery is awesome.
Yeah, so it's actually it's a World War II hangar.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. Converted into the brewery, obviously.
Wow.
Yeah, I was actually asking Brandon earlier because I'm like, I could have sworn they told me that they moved it in, and they did. They moved it in from Long Beach.
Wow.
Oh, prior to Paperback.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, crazy place to have a brewery. It's also funny too because you look around here and it's all like mechanic and auto body shops.
Oh,
and then you have if you drive around, and right in the middle of it, you just have this giant hangar hanging out. I don't know, it's awesome. I love it.
Oh yeah. Like growing up in the valley, did you ever go to like 818 or anything like that?
Oh yeah, of course.
Good
Those
people.
guys are great. Yeah, absolutely.
And even like I love Shadow Grove. I haven't been there, but I've had some of Tyler's beers and they're...
Yeah, shout out to Tyler, man. She's a homie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we talk a lot. I was actually just talking to her yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had her on the show. I think it was like August of last year.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'll go back and check that episode out.
Oh yeah. She's really, really like really fun, really smart, and like works her ass off and like low key funny. Like she doesn't like announce it, but she's like really funny.
Yeah. Those are my favorite type of people. The subtle funny ones are the best ones. Yeah. No, but she's great, man. She knows her stuff too. I always like picking her brain.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I love what she's doing too. She's always dropping new and great beer out there.
Oh, 100%. I wanted to ask you too, some of your favorite styles like to brew and drink.
That's hard, man. It's hard in the sense because I like transitioning.
Yeah.
I always have my go-to maybe for that week or two.
Okay.
Right? Like right now, I haven't had this beer in a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is probably what I'm going to be drinking for at least the next week.
Okay.
And I'll just stick to it. Because I also like watching the transition of beer, right? I always try to make it a point to let people know, when anybody listening, when you do go to a craft brewery, always be mindful of the fact that you're not drinking, your Budweisers, your Miller High Life, right? So if you have that beer, enjoy it as much as you can, while it's there because it's going to change.
Oh, yeah.
That's our goal is always to strive for perfection in our eyes.
100%.
So, customers will come in like, it doesn't taste the same. Like, I know, we tweaked it just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And even with that, as the beer sits, it's going to change.
Yeah.
So if you taste it, I actually did this before at the Federal Bar in North Hollywood when it was still open.
Okay.
RIP. But Sudworks had a Helles on.
Oh.
And there's few and far between where I can grab a pint and I'll take a sip out of it and go, like, my eyes just like, I can feel myself start bugging out. I'm like, that's it. And I went probably 6 or 7 days straight until they tapped the keg.
Wow.
I'm like, this is all I need to drink right now.
Yeah.
So as far as what the style is, like, it just depends what ends up touching my lips that's just going to hit that hard.
I love it.
Because, I mean, how do you get into this industry and be a brewer and not love it all, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Even sours. I can't mess with sours too much. Anytime somebody does ask me about sours, first name drop, I always throw out there Celador.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I love what Celador does.
Yeah. And when you find the right one,
Exactly. Yeah. Just try it.
Yeah.
Just try it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be that way too with food. Like, I hate olives.
Oh, okay.
But if you put a bowl of olives in front of me, I'm going to eat one.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe that's the olive that I've been missing in my life.
Yeah. Well, I like black olives. I don't do green olives.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't understand how anybody does any olive.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really don't. Maybe 2 weeks ago, somebody sat down and had olives with cheese in them, like blue cheese.
Okay.
And I sat right in front of her and I kind of started digging in. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why did you bring a jar of olives with you to a brewery? She's like, you just don't understand. When you eat an olive and take a sip of this hazy, it's just like the colors in your mind. And I'm like, okay. So I made a bet with her. I was like, I'm going to go get a beer. If this olive and this beer tastes as magical as you say, I'll buy your next round. But if not, you owe me a beer. I didn't tell her that I worked here. Yeah. Right? So she's like, game on. And then her friends got involved. She's like, okay, we're all going to do it.
Yeah.
And her friends didn't like olives either.
Okay.
But took a bite and I was like, and she's like, isn't that great? I'm like, no, this is terrible. I want to spit this out.
You're like, I hate my life.
I hate my life. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, no. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah, this is absolutely disgusting. And then I came in the next day and she left a jar of olives.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's cool though. Like, obviously, like, not telling them like that you work here, because then you get like, you feel like you get honest feedback when it comes to the beer and stuff like that.
Yeah. My favorite thing though is when they do find out that I work here, I'm like, well, tell me that you like the beer, and if you don't, lie to me because you're gonna hurt my feelings.
I don't care. Just lie to me.
Just lie to me. Yeah, I have enough reasons to cry, man. You don't have to tell me. You don't like.
Oh yeah. So I know you mentioned the bomber from Stone.
Mm-hmm.
But was that like the beer that you had that kind of made you feel like, fuck, this is what beer could be?
No, man. For that beer to me is Theobroma by Dogfish Head.
Okay.
Do you know that beer?
I've never heard of it.
No? Okay.
No, but I love Dogfish Head.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. It was when they did their Ancient series.
Oh, like when they did Midas Touch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When they did all that, right? So Theobroma was their Aztec Mayan, like replica beer with like ancho chili and dark chocolate.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. But that day, I still remember sitting outside of my house with one of my best friends and taking a sip of that and just being absolutely mind blown of that beer.
Nice.
And then really funny about that beer too is when I worked at Golden Road, I told one of the maintenance guys that worked there, his name David Wren.
Okay.
Wonderful guy. Used to be a brewer at Four Peaks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Wonderful guy. But I had told him how I felt about that beer. He actually had one in his cellar.
Oh, shit.
He's like, it's been there for like 10 years and he gifted it to me. Yeah.
Oh,
so I waited for my best friend to come over and we cracked it open, man. It was like we relived that beautiful moment. You know?
Dang.
Yeah.
That's crazy because I know, all the people that I've talked to, I feel like, because most of the time it's Sierra Nevada. That's like one of the ones, like the usual Lancers.
Yeah.
But like, because the first beer, I mean, you probably heard me say it, but like was an Arrogant Bastard.
Right.
Oh, Double Bastard. And my palate was just like not ready for that shit.
Yeah.
Not like the first craft beer. I was like, what, but then Midas Touch. Yeah. Like that when they did that series, like,
right.
Yeah, that beer, like, kind of changed my life when it came to craft beer because that's what really got me into it, wanting to go to find breweries or driving down to San Diego because breweries weren't as easily accessible back then.
Right.
So, but man, anything Dogfish Head does is Fantastic.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I dream of the day of visiting the brewery and hopefully running into Sam. I read his book too. I think that was another reason that that added to the love that I have for Dogfish Head, because when I read his book, I'm like, man, this guy's just as weird as I am. Like the stuff that he would do with beer, like he was very, out of the box thinker with things, right? And I'm like, I feel like you're my best friend and you don't know it yet. I'm gonna be that weird groupie, showing up at his house, knocking on his door.
Hey, nothing wrong with it. Hey.
You made that beer for me, Sam. You made that beer for me.
That was me. It's like, fuck the Eminem song, Stan.
Stan, yeah. That'll be me. That'll be me to him, yeah. You ever hear this? I'm just joking. It's a joke. Yeah.
When you first started brewing, because did you homebrew at all? Did you ever try it before?
No. So I went full commercial before it was years into the industry before I ever tried to make anything at home.
I love it.
I went completely backwards.
Yeah. No, and that's crazy because there's only been like a handful of people that I've talked to that have that same story. Most times it's like, I started at homebrewing. But like even a guy like John at Artifacts, like he's just like, nah. He's like, you're not. Just get in the brewery, you'll learn.
Right. Yeah. Brent, like I said, from San Fernando, is a big advocate for that.
I love it.
Of bringing people on that had no experience.
Yeah.
Which I understand now, being in it for so long, because it's very hard to, for somebody that picks up all this knowledge and then comes in and thinks that language translates the same.
Yeah.
And having you're like, it's not the same as a 5-gallon system.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard. So I understand. I'm grateful for it too, to just been like a piece of clay for him, molded me. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like even through the years, so even after that, like, with brewing over there in San Fernando, like, were there any brewers or like maybe beers that you had that like maybe like influenced you felt like?
While I was at San Fernando.
Or any time throughout your, even now, like there could be someone, out there that you're like, man, like that guy's like inspires me or something like that.
I feel like almost every single beer, even people outside of beer, inspire me to do things.
That's great.
Yeah. I find it really difficult for it to not be that way.
Yeah.
But I mean, around here, for biggest name drop we can do, Highland Park, of course, right? They're doing, doing beautiful things. You brought up Tyler. I love what Tyler does. I love it too, because she, to see somebody who did come from home brewing background get a head brewing position like that and then hit the ground running is beautiful, Yeah, so from everywhere, like I'm still watching San Fernando. They just took some World Beer Cup stuff recently.
How badass! That's cool.
Amazing. So great for them, man. Homie Paul's over there, still knocking stuff out. He's one of the head brewers over there. But yeah, everybody, man. Anybody that I can encounter. I've been stuck in my head over an Uber driver that I talked to the other day, who apparently has a farm out in Belize.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and he's like talking to me about these fruits that they harvest, and like I'm stuck in my head. I've been like researching this fruit.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, it's just not a thing that, sells well out here. I'm like, yeah, but how do I put that in a beer?
Yeah, can you ship it over?
yeah, literally, man, yeah. So I've been stuck in my head for that for like the last 2 weeks.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I love that. And I love that because you can hear like obviously the passion in your voice, and like you can tell like you care so much about the quality or the craft, the quality and all that stuff. But it's the brewer's mentality where it's still like, I mean, you guys can't see me, but I'm like doing my finger around my ears. Like the gears are turning.
Right. Yeah. They stay turning for sure.
Yeah. And that's the way it should be. Like you got to live your life and you got to like keep on learning, keep on growing. And when you mention like, like when somebody tells you, oh, it tastes a little different.
Right.
It's because you're trying to perfect that thing, even though it'll probably never be perfect for you.
Right. Exactly.
You're still striving for that every time for every batch.
Exactly. I know a lot of, I mean, that's really what it is for me with brewing, right? It's just being a creative. Like, a brewer, a chef, an artist, a painter, a musician, whatever it is. All you're trying to strive for is that little sense of perfection, and it's, so I find it really funny. What's his name? David at Arts District.
Oh yeah.
They did a collab with Del Pueblo.
Okay.
From Pasadena.
Yeah.
And I was trying their beer and I'm like, man, this beer's delicious. And they was like, no, I don't like it. And I'm like, no, dude, it's really good. He's like, no, the more you say it, the more I'm going to hate it. I'm like, but it's such an artist mentality to do that. You know, it's very difficult to look at your own work and be like, yeah, that's amazing. But that's why I think we have to surround ourselves with people to help us, keep pushing us and be like, yeah, no, you're doing good. Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great though, because like I don't want it to sound this way, but I'm like, because we don't want like yes men around us, but we want people to to give that honest opinion. But when something is good, because I critique myself all the time.
Right.
Like I'm always thinking like, what can I do? Like I'm actually going to ask you something that I've never asked anybody on the show before.
Okay, cool.
Because I want to try like.
I am in a relationship though, by the way.
Oh, there we go. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Interview's over.
Yeah.
No, but we're always like, I always want to like, after so many episodes, like I still want it, like it needs to be different. Like I don't want it to be formulaic every week, right? Where it has been for a while now, and I need to change that.
Right.
And it's the same thing with for you and like, a bunch of brewers out there, And what's cool about what you talked about going to all these different breweries and trying these different beers, there's some people that do get set in their ways.
Right.
And you can't do that. Like you have to get out there and try it because there may be something else out there. Like, man, I didn't know beer could do that.
Right.
And even like you talked about the guy with the fruit. Like who knows what that could eventually lead to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a conversation that I get into with a lot of people. I shouldn't say like, I say conversation. I think a lot of my friends might say that I argue a lot, right? Because I do like to pick,
Okay.
But I feel like a good discussion comes from it.
Yeah.
I mean nothing but love when I do that with people, but I know that I can aggravate people, right? But with things like that, in that sense, I'll tell people, like if I think that you're doing something a little bit wrong in the sense of, let's just say beer, we'll just stay on topic, right? But I'll tell you, hey, I think it's this. It's not to take away or discredit everything else that you did from it, but just this. And I would hope that you would do the same for me if I did that.
Yeah.
Right. And I apply that to everything else. Like, hey, I think you're a great person, but you're kind of being an asshole with this, and it's not that you are an asshole. It's just that's kind of an asshole move.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's important. Right. So like you said, it's not about being a yes man, but having that right support system, I think is important.
100%, man. 100%. So this next segment, it's a new one. I'm calling it the 4-pack.
Okay.
So it's 4 questions.
Okay.
First thing that comes in your head. But this one you may have already answered it already. But if there was one beer that would, it's supposed to be what's the one beer that never leaves your fridge? But I know you you drink it till it's gone.
Yeah, yeah.
But if there was one that would potentially stay in there.
Okay. One beer that would stay in my fridge.
Yeah.
That's so rough.
Yeah.
That's so rough.
I know, and I left these off on purpose. Yeah,
that's such a terrible question, man. What would be the one beer that would stay in my fridge? I can't go the easy route, right?
Okay.
I feel like 99.9% of brewers have to say pale ale, Sierra Nevada, right?
Okay.
You have to, but that's, you know what? Just to add, I have to take this route. I'm gonna go low fills.
Okay.
Because at least that I know it's always going to be a different low fill.
There you go.
Low fills will always stay in my fridge.
There you go. All right. Second question. Although second beer of the 4-pack.
Okay.
If you weren't in beer, what would you be doing?
Oh, if I wasn't in beer, I would hope something with music.
Okay.
Yeah. Something creative. Anything. Yeah. If I could land a job in the kitchen, I would. Yeah. Anything that has to do with creating something, I think I would be okay with.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right. If you could collab with any brewery in the world or any brewer in the world, who is it and what would you make?
Sam, Dogfish Head.
There it is.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I mean, that would be the greatest milestone, man. That's like the full circle,
Yeah. And what would you want the style to be?
Oh, the style would be, you know what? I really want to create something that hasn't been created yet.
Love that.
Yeah. I've annoyed people that I know that work in micro and in labs. Sorry if you ever hear this, but I've tried asking them questions of how to create a new strain of yeast or remove like genomes from yeast.
Okay.
They're like, you're asking the wrong person. That's like above my pay grade. I'm like, well, let's get me to that person because I want to try something.
Can I get his extension?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, no, but that's great though, because I mean, you always want to, people should strive for that, right? Yeah. Like make something new and something different, right?
Right.
So question number 4, the 4th beer in the 4-pack. What's your guilty pleasure that you secretly love or not so secretly love?
Okay.
Yeah, maybe,
I was like, man, can I say men?
It's like I'm right here.
Yeah. My guilty pleasure. What is it? I don't know. I don't know if I have a guilty pleasure. I'm pretty open about everything.
Okay.
You know what? Just so that this can go on record for once in my life. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
My guilty pleasure is that I actually liked the Bad Bunny song the other day.
Okay.
Which is wild to me because I am notorious for hating Bad Bunny.
Okay.
But a song came on the radio the other day and I was like vibing to it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I'm like, wait, who is this? And then we found out it was Bad Bunny.
Okay.
So I just want everybody out there to know you're welcome. You win this round. There's a Bad Bunny song that I like.
Love it. It was a successful first
Okay.
4-pack.
Yeah,
There we go. Well, we talked a little bit before, before we was on air about vinyls.
Yeah.
And obviously you love vinyl, you love music. Do you remember your first vinyl?
Yeah, I do actually. Very, very first vinyl was one that I stole actually.
Okay.
From I used to be in marching band and jazz in high school. Was TV's greatest 50 like TV show tunes.
Okay.
It was a double. I still have it.
Damn.
Yeah, but there was like a little hall closet in between the choir room and the marching band room. And I was in there and I saw like a little stack of records. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, what? And I saw that it had the Addams Family on it.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, there's no way I can't have this. So I just went straight into my backpack. Yeah, that was my first record. Yeah, but first record that I ever fell in love with that was right afterwards was Los Lobos.
Okay.
La Pistola y Corazón.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which that one to me like front to back album.
I thought maybe it was the La Bamba soundtrack.
Yeah. Movie, cool.
Yeah.
Record, different. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was Jailbreak by Thin Lizzy.
By who's Thin Lizzy?
You know the song "The Boys Are Back in Town"?
Oh, okay, yeah. That's Thin Lizzy?
Yeah, Thin Lizzy. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed a name like Thin Lizzy making a song like that.
Oh, yeah. There's some weird names back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah. But that was your first record?
Yeah, that was my first one. The second one I bought was Cheap Trick. I can't remember
Okay, cool.
There's that one. I had the Destroyer album by Kiss. And then I had the Van Halen album. Do you like Van Halen?
I can listen to him. I don't know any Van Halen, yeah.
Oh, there's one where it's like a kid with like a pack of cigarettes on the thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And I still have that. It's never been opened.
Yeah. Oh, really? You have it sealed still?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And
How long have you had it for?
My stepdad gave that to me when I was probably like 16. So
no way.
22 years.
And you left it sealed. That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's still good. But
Yeah. Watch you open it. It's like a different record.
Yeah. It just disintegrates.
Yeah.
Another one that I loved. I used to play it after work. I had to go to get a new needle one day, and they had the Woodstock, the 4-album set.
Oh, no way!
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is the Joe Crocker song on there?
Oh yeah, and even like Jimmy opening it with the Star Spangled Banner.
That's wild.
Yeah,
that's cool, man. That's a cool record to have.
Oh yeah, it's like that stuff's like. I mean, and we talked about even too, like how it's come back.
Yeah, it's nuts. I love that it's made a comeback.
Oh yeah, so popular.
It makes it easier to buy records.
Oh yeah. This was actually going to be a later question, but since we're already talking about music, like this segment's going to be called Taproom Tunes.
Okay.
What's your brew day look like? Are you listening to music? Are you listening to podcasts? Or what do you kind of
I'll bounce back and forth from both. It really depends on the day. Usually, I know we haven't talked about this, but I do play music.
Yeah.
I have since high school, junior high. So I think like I get into points from like I'm over hearing music right now. I just want to hear something or audiobooks or whatever it is. But it varies a lot through the brewery. You know, you can come in here on any day. You'll catch hip hop. You'll get country. You'll get emo. You'll get punk. You get metal.
Okay.
It's cool. Yeah. We, especially on canning days, we'll start a Spotify jam so everybody can just jump on it. Yeah. Yeah, everybody should get a little piece of the pie.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Because a lot of times it just, the head brewer gets his thing and then the assistant just has to listen.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah. Thankfully we tolerate each other's music. How about that?
There you go. Hey, nothing wrong with it, brother.
Yeah.
Should we grab another beer?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
All right.
I'll grab it.
Pause. All right, and we're back.
There we go, man. Cheers.
What do we have? This is a hazy?
New hazy, yeah. It's called Baby Bunny.
Okay.
Speaking of bunny, there we go. There's the baby one.
That bunny won't get away, huh?
Exactly.
Especially Bad Bunny.
Yeah, exactly. See, nothing but bunnies today.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Yeah, really big fan of this beer right now.
Oh, dude, that's good.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Dang. Sometimes hazy can get really like heavy.
Mm-hmm.
That's super light.
But yeah, thank you.
And that's really like fruit forward. Yeah, it just goes down. Man. See, that kind of hazy I can drink all day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
See, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I like when somebody, like, we were talking about, you're like, oh, I don't drink hazies often.
Yeah.
But to give you a style that you don't normally drink and you'd be willing to drink it, what makes me happy.
Oh, yeah. Because sometimes I'll have one,
mm-hmm.
but then, like I said, a lot of times they're super heavy.
Yeah.
But that's like super clean and refreshing.
Awesome, man. Thank you. I'll pass that on to Corey, the head brewer.
There it is. And we were talking about vinyl before. Like, what are some of your favorite bands?
Even the favorite band thing, I get into this with a lot of people, man. I don't think I can say that I have favorite bands. I can get really into a band just off of one song.
Okay. I get you.
Yeah. And my style of music has changed a lot too. Like I used to be really into like high school, like rockabilly, psychobilly. I used to be in a psychobilly band.
Okay.
If you want to call it that. But yeah, I grew up on like, a lot of Spanish music.
Okay.
Like artist wise, Jose Alfredo Jimenez. I don't know if you're into rancheras and stuff like that, but
I've danced it, but I'm not very good at it.
Yeah. No, but he like phenomenal artist to me. I grew up knowing Spanish rock and roll before I knew that it was English, right? Like the cover song versions. I was at the swap meet with my parents one time on a Sunday when I was like in middle school.
Yeah.
And I heard Creedence playing, but the Spanish version, right? The Spanish version. And I told my mom, like, Mom, they're playing that song that you've showed me, but in English.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's the original.
Yeah.
And my mind went, it blew up. Yeah. I was like, I didn't realize that I was listening to cover songs this whole time.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty much into everything except for Bad Bunny.
Okay. There it is.
Except for the one song that I heard.
There you go. I keep thinking about this hazy right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always curious about like, because not everybody has the same approach to like recipe development. Like, what's it like for you when it comes to coming up with recipes and stuff like that?
It's kind of all over the place. I think when I do recipes. I mean, if we're talking IPAs or hoppy pills, if I heard of some new hop or something, I'd like to try it. I kind of got into a habit of doing this thing here with a lot of the people that work here in Taproom, or even if it's just a customer hanging out.
Yeah.
But I do like a triangle test with hops where pull 3 hops and then I'll do like a 1-1 of all 3 and then do 2 to 1-1 and then of the other 2 and then flip and then have everybody smell it and see which one they prefer. Then I take a note of it.
Okay.
And then I'll just refer back to that when I'm going to make a beer, right? Like this is garbage. Like, oh no, I want to try that blend because that one smelled really good.
Okay.
But yeah, as far as the recipe formulation, I'm kind of all over the place with it. And it'll change the day of too. If I'm like, you know what, let's just try throwing this in just for fun.
Yeah.
I've brewed IPA with marigolds for Dia de los Muertos.
Okay.
Where I found a guy selling flowers on the corner and I just bought a bunch of marigolds off of him and threw it in the beer.
Nice.
Yeah. So whatever's you're in the mood for, try it, right?
Yeah. I mean, and that's kind of the thing too, like perfect segue, because I would like to ask you like about balancing like creativity, but also consistency, because obviously you guys have cores.
Right.
But like balance, like kind of towing that line.
Yeah. I think commercially it makes it difficult because obviously we need jobs.
Yeah.
Right. And it means nothing of how, it doesn't mean anything if we push only to be creative and not sell any beer.
Yeah.
Right. Especially here, we move a lot of beer here. A lot of beer. I call this a mini Golden Road.
Okay.
Of how much product we push here, which is amazing. Yeah, I left Golden Road thinking I'm like, cool, I'm coming back to craft.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, we push a lot of beer here. Yeah. Which is great. Yeah. I can't complain about that, but so it makes it difficult in that sense of, you want to be creative, but you also need that beer to move. So it's industry wise, I think it's more strategic.
Yeah.
Versus a pilot batch of, I'm going to throw rocks in it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not RO water anymore.
It's not. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That'd be a great name, actually.
Yeah.
We'll homebrew one. We'll do a pilot batch and we'll throw rocks in it. That's what we'll call it. It's not RO anymore.
Yeah. There you go. Hey, get those extra minerals.
That's good. We'll do a picture of a Dorothy.
Yeah.
And instead of her having red shoes, it'll be rocks.
There it is. Well, either here or anywhere you've ever been, what was your worst brew day you've ever had?
Oh, man. Worst brew day would probably be, I was still at San Fernando. We had a rye IPA. It's called Marty McRye.
Oh, I love that.
I think, great name. It actually received the most awards of the beer, but moved the slowest.
Oh.
Because I think it had too much rye for people.
Yeah.
It was too spicy of an IPA. Great beer. But because of that, we ended up having a terrible runoff to the kettle.
Oh, shit.
And it was one of the the worst brutal days of brew. Like it felt like it was never gonna end. We were just trying everything to get it moving and not have to call it a done beer, but that was, I don't wish that on anybody.
It happens though, right?
Yeah, definitely happens. Yeah. You can't looking back at it from the starting as a brewer to now, it's like, man, you would never think that these kind of things happen working as a brewer. That's why when people say that we're glorified janitors, they're not wrong. They're not wrong.
They always say it's like 90% cleaning.
Right. Yeah, literally. Or, I think that we need to change that. It should be like 80% cleaning, 28% fixing. Yeah.
Oh, love it. Any other bad brew days?
Yeah. It's when one domino falls, they tend to all fall at the same time. Yeah.
Or stuck mash.
Yeah, that I'm telling you, man, you brought it in my mind right now, and it was like such a horrible day.
Yeah.
Those
damn rice holes.
Yeah.
We're doing
that was
job.
Actually the problem with that beer is that we didn't do rice hulls in it. And it was like 40% rye.
Oh, yeah.
That was
just caked in there.
It was so rough, man. Yeah. It was so rough.
I bet.
Yeah.
Man, one thing I always love to ask anybody I ever have on the show is like, what's your favorite, when it comes to the community, like the craft beer community, like what does it mean to you?
To me, literally that one word is community.
Yeah.
I'm very big on that. It's community first and beer second.
Yeah.
I've kind of been by that for everything. I actually like going to places, and with as many breweries as you've been to, I'm sure you've seen it too, but you can go into a brewery and not to, talk shit on anybody, but you go into a brewery and you try some beer and you're like, this beer's not that great, but you see that the tap room is full.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, because the communities, it's about the community. It's not just about the beer.
Yeah.
Right. So to me, it's that I kind of put community in front of everything.
Yeah.
If we don't have, back to like what we were talking about, if we don't have that support system, none of it means anything.
100%, man. Yeah. I feel the same way because the shows at its core is about craft beer, but more than anything, it's about the stories and it's about the people behind that beer.
Right.
And them doing something and finding what they love. And I've talked to people that have given up their job that they made a shit ton of money doing.
Right.
Because their heart wasn't in it. And they find this and they fell in love.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. When I was still at Golden Road, we had a brew deck, flight of stairs to get up to a brew deck. It felt like an office.
Yeah.
I would always laugh at it because I'd be like, I always told myself I'd never work an office job, and I'm in an office.
Yeah.
I'm in a lot, right? But we got into the discussion started of what's the best beer that exists.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of flipped it and started, we had all the walls were whiteboards, so you could write on them, right? But my question was, tell me the best beer you've ever had and what the situation was.
Mm-hmm.
And that completely changed everybody's answer.
Oh, I bet.
It's like, oh man, it was a raining day. It was like 3 a.m. I'm hanging out with my best friend and we're slamming Mickeys, out in the street. I'm like, look at that, man. Mickey's made it on the board. 211's on the board,
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not, I don't think it's just about the beer. It's the situation too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, 100%. I left this question off too. If you were going to ever open up your own brewery, what would the name of it be?
Okay.
And what would be the flagship style?
Oh, man. I don't know what the name of the brew would be, man. Good. I don't know. I have no idea what the name would be, honestly. I've asked myself that question so many times.
Yeah.
No idea what the name of it would be. The flagship style, I don't think I would have a flagship style. I think if I opened up my own brewery in perfect world scenario, it'd be like a 3 or 5 barrel system and just make whatever comes to mind.
Yeah.
And hopefully it moves and it does it. To the point where if I had to dump it, it's okay. And
that brew pub style, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get a ton of turnover and stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and I had a feeling you were going to say you wouldn't have a flagship style, especially because the way you answered, when I asked you, what you like to brew and what your favorite styles to brew, because you love to brew it all.
Right, yeah, I really do. It's funny too, because I just found all my old recipes when I started at San Fernando.
Mm-hmm.
But I was on the hunt to make the perfect session IPA.
Love that.
Because I wanted to make a 2.5, 3%er, but just packed with hops. I want, because I love drinking IPAs so much, but I don't like the way they make me feel the next day after I've had 14 of them. I'm like, but I love the taste of it, right? So I was determined to make.
Please make it.
Yeah, I actually posted it the other day on my IG. I'm like, it's coming back. I'm going to start making sessions again.
Love it.
Yeah. So, I mean, but Hoppy Pills are doing that now too, so which is a beautiful thing. Just being able to showcase those type of hops and the new hops that are coming out. But with low ABV, it's a beautiful thing.
With the amount of turnover you guys have here, like, have you noticed any trends within the industry? Like, or what you're selling more of, or,
It's hard. It's hard because it's always going to be IPAs. It's always going to be hazies. What I think is really beautiful is that we are talking about lagers and pilsners now in craft beer, which is something that we weren't able to talk about. The industry has changed and grown so much that we're able to do it. You don't see blonde ales that often anymore for that reason.
Yeah.
Right? Because that was our pilsner.
Yeah, and that was like an introductory beer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's amazing to be able to go to a brewery and be like, yeah, they have lagers on, they have pilsners on.
Yeah.
And it really showcased to me, you can ask brewers, but it showcased what the brewer does and what they're capable of doing.
Mm-hmm.
You have a bad pilsner, you have a bad lager. It's you can't hide it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. I say, like, that's most places when I go, I'll order the pilsner or the lager. Because if that's good, odds are
everything else is going to be good. Exactly.
100%.
Yep. Yeah. So I see that on the menu. That's my goal. I'm like, that'll be my first beer. I'm like, if we're good there, we're going to be good everywhere. So,
oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Next question, desert island beers.
Okay.
You can pick a craft style or a specific beer.
Okay.
Like it could be the Dogfish Head and then one macro.
Okay. Desert island beer. I mean, man, I don't know. Let's...
There's so many because you love all the styles, right?
Yeah, I know, man. But it's like I don't know, man. A Coors Banquet,
Yeah,
give me a 24 pack of Modelo that'll never run out.
There you go.
Right? I'm on an island. Is there limes around?
There's probably something. Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Maybe a little coconut.
Yeah,
pineapple.
Get some salt water.
There it is.
Yeah,
Salt the rim.
Yeah, salt the rim. Perfect, man. Yeah. I can't be mad at that. Can I make a barbecue? Make some carne asada or something? But yeah, it's just something easy drinking, that'll get me through the end of my days. And then,
oh yeah.
Right. And then for craft or something micro, let's see these days, what would it be? It's good because then you could just cut this,
Yeah. Yeah. I can get rid of most of the
dead
pauses.
Space.
Yeah.
Damn, man. What would be?
I can't. So for a long time, it was ISM, like their Western Standard Time. But now I'm just like any West Coast pills.
West Coast pills? Yeah.
Because that one's, they go down so easy, but they're still that hoppy, punchy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know which one. Hayabusa by Beechwood.
Oh, okay.
The rice lager.
All right.
Oh, man, that beer hurts me to my core when I drink it.
Yeah.
It's so phenomenal.
Isn't it cool though? Like when you try something like that, especially like for brewers, like when I talk to them, they're like, fuck, like I want to make that. I want to be able to make something that good.
Yeah.
Even though you're already making great stuff.
Right.
Like you still like, man, like I want to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the best part.
Yeah.
That's literally the best part, right? Which I'm sure like in, any creative person goes through that, right?
Yeah.
An artist, you don't go talk to somebody that painted a mural and go, what was your inspiration? They go, well, the mural over there was, right? Like, well, it's something that I experienced in my life, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that I love that. And maybe that's why that beer doesn't get recreated the way that the next brewer wants to, because the inspiration wasn't the same.
Yeah. I mean, fuck, what do you like, Socrates right now?
Yeah, thanks for leaving me with that. No, yeah, thanks for leaving me with that. That's going to bother me. Yeah, that's going to bother me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. Cheers, man.
Oh, cheers, brother. I'll have a drink first there. I know you guys have food here all the time. So I want to ask you about your favorite food to pair with a beer. Could be any style or any food, whatever.
Man, I'm such a foodie.
Okay.
Anything.
I love it.
Anything. Yeah. I can eat tacos any day of the week.
What's your protein?
For tacos?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, mixtas right now. I've been hitting them so hard. Like suadero, tripa, chicharrón. So yeah. Oh,
chicharrón is bomb.
Dude, look at me. Look at me. I don't know if you guys can hear it through my voice, but I'm fat.
I always say, why go for the 6-pack when you just tap the keg?
There you go. Yeah, that's what's up. I used to tell people, when I was still working in the tap room, like, oh, what's good to eat around here? I'm like, listen, man, I did the work, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Like, I have the Rolodex. You tell me what type of food you want. I'll send you in the right direction. You know?
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Man. You know, I've never understood the idea of, I know it's a thing, but like pairing stouts with desserts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why would I want sweet with sweet? That's like giving me a chili beer with,
maybe like a dry, like Irish stout, maybe. But
yeah, I get it. I get that it works for a reason. But I'm like, I lean more on the side of like, well, no, I want the full umami.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm tasting chocolate in my beer, give me chili in my food.
Yeah.
Right. You know, give me if it's sweet over here, give me savory on this side.
100%.
Or vice versa. Yeah.
I'm gonna assume you like In-N-Out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, do you not?
Oh no, I love it.
Oh, okay.
So
I was like,
because you talked.
We started looking at each other really weird right now. I'm like, I thought we were gonna get in a fight.
You tell me your order, and then I'll tell you mine because of mine is like that umami, the sweet and savory part.
Okay.
But you go ahead, tell me your order.
Double cheese, naturally.
Okay.
Animal style, double fried mustard patty.
Okay.
Animal style fries with pickles.
Okay.
Obviously, and then with chopped peppers on it as well.
Look at you.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm fat. I'm fat, dude. I'm not here to play around.
Love it. Yeah. So mine is, I get a 4x4 plain, just meat and cheese.
Okay.
And then I get cheese fries, but also, they're going to call me fat on the show, but like I also get a Flying Dutchman on the side. So just another thing, meat and cheese.
Okay.
And I get cheese fries. But what I'll do is I also get a chocolate vanilla shake. So
okay.
I will chop up the Flying Dutchman, throw that on my fries, but I will dunk my burger in my shake.
Yes.
Yeah. And I saw somebody do this on YouTube the other day, and they're like, I've never tried anything like this and tried it. I was like, I've been doing this shit since I was like 12.
Amazing. Listen, I don't know where it came from, but I remember dipping my French fries in vanilla shakes all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah. Try it with the burger, but maybe just get like a single burger on the side with just cheese on it.
Okay. But
try that.
Okay, but clarify something for me, because this is what you order. The Flying Dutchman at In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Are the buns onions?
Oh, no. See, I just order just the meat and cheese, and because I don't like onions.
Okay.
I get shit for it all the time, but I'm just like, dude.
Right, which is natural. That's like saying you don't like salt and pepper.
Yeah. Oh, dude, even like cilantro. Like, people give me shit.
You're one of those.
Like soap.
It tastes like soap to you.
Yeah.
That's not your fault, though.
Yeah.
That's genetics.
I know. Well, it's because my dad's Native American.
Is it really? Oh,
yeah.
So what casino we go to?
I wish.
I wish.
I mean, my dad's loaded, but I'm not.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, this is a perfect episode for Mother's Day too.
Oh yeah. No, but man, it's so good. Like when you get like the burger in the shake. Yeah, like I said, just next time you go, just order a single patty or like a single cheeseburger, and dunk that fucker in a chocolate vanilla shake.
In a chocolate vanilla, I'm like,
I mean, you can dunk it in any shake. I've had it just chocolate, just vanilla. But both together.
I know, but I'm just really into this idea right now.
Mind blown.
I brought, speaking of food, our resident food truck here, Bun and Blanket. Have you had them before?
I've never had them.
Bun and Blanket. Shout out right now.
Okay.
Sarkis and Peter on the truck. If you guys have not had their burgers, get out here and have them. If you don't like it, that's your fault.
Yeah. We got 2 words for you.
Yeah. Exactly.
I love how you understood the reference.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So one time I brought in a dozen of Krispy Kreme donuts, and then they use those as the buns.
I've always wanted to try that.
Oh man, it's unreal.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. Every time I've seen it at the fair, I'm just like, fuck, I need to try that.
Yeah.
But I don't do it.
I don't do it. I'm not big on donuts, but Krispy Kreme donut just hits a little different.
Oh yeah.
It just
soft,
hits a little different.
Pillowy. Yeah.
Are you talking about me or the donut son?
Both. Easily both.
Easily both. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, but I mean, we'll get some food once they open up. But yeah, okay. It's delicious.
Oh man.
All right, man. All right, so a double cheeseburger, nothing on it, dipped in the chocolate.
Well, I get a 4x4.
Oh, but that's what you're dipping in the shake.
That's what I'm dunking in the shake. Yeah.
And that's why. So that's why you don't get it animal style, because you are the animal.
That's right. Always. Forever and always, my friend.
Forever and always. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just a carnivore at heart.
Yes. That's your name now, is Animal Style.
There it is. I love that.
Like, oh, you like Animal Style fries? Like, no,
I'm going to give you my number, but you better put my name in your phone as
Animal Style. Exactly. Yeah, no. And I'll know why, too. When I look at it in the morning, I'm like, wait, what? Animal Style.
Yeah. Why is Animal Style texting me?
Yeah. No, baby, it's not what you think.
I swear to God, it's a guy.
Yeah. Probably make her more mad.
Yeah. Last question. One word. If you had to describe yourself one way, What would it be?
Frank.
There it is. Frankie.
Just Frank, dude. All I can be is Frank. Dude.
Yeah. And hey, it works both ways.
That's what I'm saying, dude. All I can be is Frank.
And that's the best. I mean, that's the best way to be.
Yeah.
You know, be a Frank.
Yeah, be a Frank. Well, I'll be Frank.
Yeah.
You be John Michaels.
There it is. The showstopper, the byliner, the match before the main event.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
That was because Sean would always have his gimmick. He's like, I'm the icon, the main event, the showstopper, Mr. WrestleMania. I was always, the match, the match before the main event, Mr. In Your House.
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
The match before the main event is dope.
Yeah.
That's your beer.
Yeah.
That's your beer. That needs to be on a label.
That would be sweet, especially if they had pictures. I mean, I have pictures of me in my tights, but you know.
Yeah. That'd be amazing, man.
Oh, yeah.
The match before the main event.
Oh, this has been fucking great though, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to buy a bunch of 4-packs and I need that white and blue shirt. I need to buy that.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh,
we'll get you dressed up, man. We'll make it look like tights at least.
But this has been so fun, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming out.
Oh, thanks for inviting me. Honestly, shout out to Chris.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
Yeah, thanks for setting this up. You know, setting up the group chat.
Yeah.
Because as soon as he said paperback, I was like, fuck yes.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came by not too long ago and dropped me off some of his great distillation.
It was funny. He messaged me that he's like, we're finally a real brewery because they had 4-packs.
Oh, really? That's funny, man.
He messaged me. Yeah.
No, yeah, he brought me off some bourbon. I was like, oh, chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, you trying to get me in the tank or what?
Yeah. I mean, can I be frank?
Can I be frank? Oh, I love that, man. Oh, I want to, because I know I'm a burger guy. You're a taco guy. Oh, no, we both love burgers and tacos. Or like wings, like how do you, or even like being Chicano and stuff like that. What do you like chile? Like how do you, are you hot, mild?
As spicy as it can get.
Same. But it's got to have flavor though.
100%.
Yeah.
But I also give me some flavor. That's fine. If you're going to give me spice.
Yeah.
And if you're telling me that it's going to be like the craziest spice that I'm ever going to have, I'll still eat it.
Yeah.
To me, spice is a drug. It's euphoric.
Yeah.
I love being like having an outer body experience because when you're in it, there's no leaving it. Mm-hmm. Just like being high or something.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like you're stuck.
Yeah.
You're stuck.
Like, fuck.
Like, but I know it's going to end. There's an end to this.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I've eaten spice to the point where I've almost passed out.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like the lights got brighter. Like I was like, I'm going to go down. Like, somebody catch me.
Lord?
Yeah. Is it my time? Yeah. Is that what it took? The scorpion pepper? That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, dude, one time my buddy was just like, I'm going to buy the Pocky chips, the 1-chip challenge.
Oh.
And that motherfucker brought over a bunch and didn't eat his. I was like, fuck you, bitch. So I ate 2 of them. And I can handle spice.
Yeah.
Dude, I can handle, like, I've cooked with ghost peppers. I've, even because I love to cook.
Yeah.
Did all that shit. But it fucking wrecked my intestines. Like, wrecked me.
I can only
I had to puke. I had to force myself to puke because it felt like somebody was stabbing me in the stomach.
Oh, my God.
And I love spice. Dude, I make, like, roasted habanero chile all the time. And I'm actually making some tomorrow because I'm making smashed chorizo tacos for my aunt for Mother's Day.
That's so crazy, dude, because I'm now your aunt.
Yeah. It's weird. I'm going to be in Pico tomorrow.
It's weird. Now I'm your aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's
my uncle might be into it.
Yeah. Yeah, we never know. We'll find out.
You never know. It's 2025.
Yeah. That's crazy, though. Yeah. You ate 2 of them?
I ate 2, yeah. And that's the thing. Like,
that's animal style.
Yeah. That's why I'm animal style.
That's animal style.
Watch, when people eventually listen to this episode, they're going to be like, they're going to start texting me like, what's up, animal style?
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be me at 2 a.m. when I text you, what's up, animal style?
I'm like, I'm dunking my burger, my shake, asshole.
Yeah. That's going to be me. What's up, animal style?
Yeah. Like, watch. But yeah, you got to text me when you try it because it's going to change your life. Because even people that like I've had it with and they're like, that's gross. That's disgusting. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Even my brother's like, that's gross. And then he dunked it. He's like, I get it.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like, I'm not going to order it, but I get it.
Right. How are you? Are you peanut butter on pickles?
Oh, I don't like pickles, bro.
Oh no.
Yeah, I
thought we were gonna be friends.
Oh, I know. So did I. I thought we were up to this.
It was nice meeting you.
Interview's over.
Interview's over.
No, man. My sister loves pickles, and my brother loves pickles. They will drink pickle juice when they're hungover.
Yeah,
that's like my brother will just like literally. There's been so many times where I've passed out at his house or on his couch. I roll over. He's opens up the kitchen sink and just grabs a big old jar and good.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
There's a limit to pickle juice. That's not.
We also. My brother's name is Jake, but we call him Jizzy.
Okay.
I
don't want to know why.
Jizzy Jake.
I don't want to know why.
Instead of Drizzy Drake, it's Jizzy Jake. Oh man, this has been a blast.
Yeah, man, I love it.
I'm so stoked.
I love it.
All right, well, should we finish these beers?
Yeah, is that it? We're good.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
It's been a great episode.
Yeah, pleasure meeting you. Thanks for having me on.
No, thanks for having me on you. I mean, on the show.
Oh, wait, what?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. That's the clip. That's the one clip I want right there. Thanks for having me on you.
Cheers, brother. One more time.
Man. There we go. Appreciate you, man.
All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah. The way the episode ended. Having me on you. Classic. Oh, man. But yeah, next week is Beer Fest. Oh, before we get into Beer Fest, next week's episode is going all the way across the pond. Tim Weaver's branding for breweries. You just get lost in the accent, But yeah, no, so Tim is such a really good dude, and I'm looking forward to you guys hearing that episode. Super fun. And the guy is a master of his craft, like when it comes to branding and doing all this stuff, and all the work that he does with breweries is awesome. So yeah, next week is Beer Fest, man. I am fucking stoked. I really can't wait. It feels like it's taking so long to get here, but it's finally here. Honestly, I can't believe it's already fucking June. Sorry for all the cussing in this episode, but I am just shocked it's already June. June 8th, for that matter. We're almost halfway through the year. Next thing you know, it's going to be freaking Christmas. Tell someone to slow it down a little bit, huh? But yeah. So yeah, next week is Beer Fest. I'm going to be taking my lapel mics. Super stoked about that though too, because I'm gonna try to go up because especially because doing the VIP thing, you get it an hour early. So I'm looking forward to before the big crowd gets in. I want to get a walk around, talk to some of the brewers. I'm gonna have specific questions for them, and maybe just get 45 minutes. We can turn that into an episode, and then also get some content with my brother because he'll be there with Art, obviously with Chew and Chew Jr., Baby Chew. It should be really fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. I don't get to go to every brewery every weekend or anything like that. So when I do get to go to these events, it's nice. I'll be able to see Alex, Lucio Bruno. Oh man, my little mariachi just fell over. Get to see him. Get to see obviously Abraham. Get to see John from Whittier. Everybody. Get to see Ruben. I haven't seen Ruben in a while. I'm trying to remember. I think I saw Ruben around Christmas time. But yeah, there's just so many people out there. Get to see Christian from Campsite. I'm just gonna stop naming names, but I'm just looking forward to it because there's always get to run into people and being able to see people. Like I said, I have stickers. I'll have stickers. I had to buy a little mini backpack because I'm not trying to take a bunch of stuff. But yeah, we're even, not this week, but the following week, Luis and I are doing a Beer Fest themed Taproom Tales. So that should be pretty legit. I'm still working on editing those. It's been a crazy busy week. Yeah. So, I went to Brewhead on Friday. That was fun. Sorry, I don't know. That thought just popped in my head. Man, if you haven't been there in a while, go check out their West Coast. Honestly, all the beers that I've had, their Cerveceros is bomb. But their Green Man, their West Coast, fire. So good. Yeah, I think that's all I got for this week. Sorry if I got all sappy in the beginning. I just it really means a lot to me that if people are just willing to just kind of be content, and it shouldn't be that way. You should be just fucking fight for what you want, bro. Simple as that. All right. Well, I'm gonna shut up now. I am gonna go make a breakfast sandwich. I got some I was trying to find a Taylor pork roll, or like at least slices of Taylor pork roll to make a breakfast sandwich. But of course, living in California, it's kind of hard to find. So I'm going to I bought a croissant. I guess throw a couple eggs in there, American cheese, and some salami. Don't judge the salami. It's actually good. I'm going to crisp it up a little bit on the thing. But the key is so it doesn't cup up like a pepperoni does. You just put little scores into it and it'll stay flat. So yeah, I'm going to go make that for breakfast, finish my coffee, and then I'm going to go hang out with Dario later at Radiant. That should be fun. Yeah, good times. Good times. Yeah. All right, I'm going to shut up. Okay. Hope you guys have a great Sunday. Hope you guys have a great week. I know the world's crazy right now. I hope that this helps get your mind off of it a little bit. All right. Well, don't forget to support local, drink local, and find your beer. Cheers.